The situation in the Panteleimonivka region is getting worse. In recent days, the enemy has been advancing actively, first occupying Panteleimonivka, then Oleksandropil. This pressure is getting more intense, and unfortunately, the enemy has found weak spots in our defense. Tanks, armored vehicles, and trucks have set off to deliver tank and artillery ammunition that the Russian army desperately needs to break through the Ukrainian defense lines. The Ukrainian army is making its final preparations for a counterattack. They have to make a direct hit, or all plans could be ruined. However, a single powerful missile strike is enough to throw the entire Russian logistics chain into chaos. Millions of dollars worth of ammunition explodes and scatters everywhere. In this area, the deployment of unmanned aerial vehicles played a major role in stopping the convoy. One of the invaders' tactics is to reduce a position to zero, making it impossible to hold. Recently, the struggle between drone teams to find and neutralize them before they cause problems has been gaining momentum. The side that finds and destroys them faster has the advantage. It is also worth highlighting the problems with the territorial defense, which often has difficulty holding sections on the front line. Friends, if you, like us, want Ukraine to win, write Slava Ukraine in the comments. In the Toretsk direction, a convoy of armored personnel carriers that were about to attack the areas held by the Ukrainian army was dangerously advancing. The operators of the 28th Motorized Rifle Brigade, belonging to the 137th Marine Battalion, immediately took action. Although the weather conditions were not suitable for takeoff, the drones had to do their job despite the extreme wind. In addition to the operators of the 28th Brigade, the Phoenix Unit and the Motorized Infantry Battalion of the 104th Brigade also took part in repelling this operation. In this defense, carried out with no regard for their own lives, the invaders' vehicles were hit and the infantry scattered. The FPV operators went after them, destroying personnel carriers, BTR armored vehicles, infantry who had entered various holes in the forest, tanks, and guns hidden among the trees in the area. They worked until they were sure that there was not a single enemy left in the region, and they made Putin lose his reputation and millions of dollars again. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications as we continue to provide the latest news. While on duty, SSO snipers were suddenly at the center of the attack. but they bravely entered a close-range firefight and did not think of escaping. In the Zaporizhzhia direction, a very interesting situation occurred. The 144th Sniper Group of the Special Operations Forces Center had to put their sniper rifles aside and clear the trenches. While the Special Forces were working from a neighboring unit's positions, the enemy launched a massive attack with artillery, unmanned aerial vehicles, and infantry. The enemy had entered the positions of the Ukrainian defenders. The Special Operations Forces snipers put aside their main weapons and started repelling the attack and clearing the trenches with grenades, assault rifles, and machine guns. Thanks to the professionalism and coordinated actions of the Special Forces, the enemy's attack was repelled. Special Operations Forces, always beyond the limits. The Ukrainian Army's 1st Storm Brigade, Burevy, which came to the area to destroy the Russian forces who had lost most of their vehicles, came under fire. However, despite being under intense fire, it managed to launch a counterattack against the Russians with great courage and skill. The result? It made all the occupiers regret opening fire on them and proved to them with evidence who the owner of these lands is. It was the Air Force's turn. Having received intelligence about the buildings secretly set up as a base and used as ammunition and soldier shelters in the area, the MiG-29 pilots immediately went on a mission and did not leave their friends who needed support alone. They leveled the buildings where the occupying forces in the north were gathered. Although they sometimes share their space with drones, they are the most charismatic and effective heroes of the sky. The 45th Artillery Brigade of the Ukrainian Army taught a good lesson to the occupying forces secretly stationed in Ukrainian territory. Acting on the intelligence received, the unit destroyed exactly 6 Russian artillery units. Bravo to the unit. With your sharp shots and skillful hits, you have caused Putin millions of dollars in losses and reputational damage again. Near Bakhmut, in the Donetsk Oblast, the day started badly. The Ukrainian soldiers of the 30th Mechanized Brigade, having received news that Russian soldiers had seized and booby-trapped a bridge in the area, arrived at the scene with a tank and an armored carrier. They got out of the vehicle at a distant point and advanced stealthily. They launched an operation on a group of Russian soldiers hiding under the bridge. First, they destroyed their shelters with grenades from a distance. Then they went after the ones who escaped. You see a Ukrainian warrior hitting a Russian soldier with an infantry rifle in close combat. And then they provided the coordinates to the tank units that came to the area for the remaining group, destroying all of the enemy forces. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. This way you won't miss any critical news and you'll be the first to access the latest footage from the front lines. We will continue to show the real face of war, sharing truths from the field instead of propaganda. Your support is very valuable to us. See you in the next video. Slava Ukraina, Heriam Slava.